This spring, 2013, is the first time we've used GreenSeeker. There's been some neighbors over on the Oklahoma side have used it for the last couple of years, but the main reason we got interested in it is I first became aware of GreenSeeker when my youngest daughter, was going to Oklahoma State University and working in the soils lab, and she was being exposed to a little bit of it, some of the early testing. And then I've kept track of it through magazines and periodicals and industry news. And then this last year, the co-op that I do all my business through added GreenSeeker technology to their equipment, and we were ready to try it. Last spring in 2012, all of our wheat went down. It was after a drought the year before. Our corn failed. We planted wheat behind the corn and really didn't know where we were at on fertilizer. And by the time we got soil tests back, it was too late then. And we cut every acre of that wheat laying flat on the ground. And we wanted to try something different this time. And the conditions had entered in just about the same, so we felt like this was a real good year for a test. At least this year is a startup year. We really didn't pay anything extra for the GreenSeeker on the custom equipment, but there has been a substantial savings. We usually put on from 60 to 80 units of liquid in as a top dress application, and I think this time it averaged something less than 16 units per acre on several acres, so it was well worth the effort. A lot of my neighbors used the GreenSeeker this time, but they kind of lost their nerve going in, and I understand that. But my son and I had kind of decided if we were going to give it a test, we were going to really and truly give it a test. And, this year it was really nice because we didn't use nearly as much nitrogen as we normally would use. But I also understand that there's the other side of that. There may be years when we use a lot more nitrogen than we think we need to use. But the way I look at that is, if the crop needs it, it needs it. And why would you raise it if you're not going to feed it? Around here, we like to talk about big yields, but what we really like to talk about is dollars in the bank, and that's how we keep score, is the dollars at the end of the year.